When you're ready, go ahead.
Alright. So, with the latest release of Stranger Things Season 2, I thought that this would be an appropriate topic to speak about. So I'm assuming we all have heard about Netflix, and if you haven't, it's basically a streaming service online that you can download or stream movies and TV shows as you please. And if you haven't noticed, it's kind of taking over. So yeah, like I said, Stranger Things is the second season has just come out on Netflix, and the hype around it has been absolutely insane. I was looking around the web for a topic idea that I could speak about on this during this speech, and it was overwhelming the amount of articles that I saw about the new season. This was one day before its release. On the Rolling Stone alone, I saw 4 articles about Stranger Things, and that's typically a music-based news site, but still they're talking about this huge show that's coming out. So Netflix has kind of been dominating that whole side. People are starting to switch from Netflix switch from live cable TV to Netflix. An article by Chris Smith on VGR.com, 410,000 people have canceled their subscriptions to cable TV, and only 10,000 people have signed up for it in 2017. So that's basically a 400,000 subscription loss in just in just the first quarter of 2017. So if it would keep going this way, then cable TV would lose 1.6 million subscriptions in just 1 year alone. And this is pretty much happening because everyone's signing up to Netflix. Netflix subscription have gone up by 15.5 million in just 2017 alone, and we're not even done the year. That's according to Statista.com. And in the U.S. Earlier this year, I think it was July exactly, Netflix users surpassed the amount of cable TV subscriptions, and that's starting to be the case in many countries. So Netflix first gained its popularity because it was a quick, easy way to watch your favorite TV shows and movies just with Wi-Fi connection. You wouldn't have to need that subscription. Of course, you need a Netflix subscription. And they saw it growing quite rapidly, so they thought of it as an opportunity to make their own brand of TV and movies. And they kind of had to, because their TV and movie partners were starting to charge a lot more for their contracts because it was just becoming so big, so that they can get way more money out of Netflix. So then Netflix started coming out with original series and movies, and the first original movie was called Lilyhammer, and that came out in February 6, 2012. Now, I've never heard of this one before, but that's because it was out in 2012, and there were only 26.5 million Netflix users at that time, whereas now we have 110 million users. And now you can pretty much see that the most popular shows in the world are Netflix original series, such as Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, Riverdale, and 13 Reasons Why. Netflix is revolutioning the way we consume today's media. It's the reason I think that it's really revolutionizing us as a society is because we are growing into people that once we want something, we have to have it right then. And that's kind of what Netflix allows us. And we're beginning to be that way because we have things like phones. We have everything we need with just the swipe or tap on our phone. And cable, well, you had to wait. You had to wait for your show to be on at any time of the day. And then you would have to also wait during commercial breaks, which we can all agree was very tedious. But I kind of was thinking, as I was writing this, Netflix, as we probably thought before Netflix was a thing, that live TV was one of the fastest ways we could watch TV shows. So I'm thinking that in the near future, Netflix is not going to be the greatest and most quick way, and which is kind of hard to believe, but people are constantly updating the technology, and which is kind of incredible. And Netflix isn't perfect either, because Netflix can't quite get every single show and TV, every show or movie on there. For example, a huge one is Game of Thrones, that is one of the most popular shows of today, and they just have not agreed to Netflix because they're doing just fine on their own and releasing it on cable TV. So yeah, I don't quite think that Netflix is going to stay forever, but it definitely is the biggest thing right now, and it won't stay forever because we're constantly one-upping what the latest thing is, and it's really exciting to think about the possibilities that are in the future, and it's exciting to think about what we will possibly think of next.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.